Hey everyone, it's Zara and I am back to film a plan with me. This one is going to be kind of a fun plan with me because Macy from Sunset Sticker Co tagged me in her most recent plan with me, or by the time you watch this probably a couple plan with me's back, to do a planner tag. And so I will be answering some fun questions while I plan, as well as, my normal planning of the week. So for this week, I am going to use a kit from Sticker Guru. This is a really fun foiled kit, and I pulled out a lot of foiled goodies for like my icons and script stickers as well, just to kind of go all out with the foil. Since I've never used a foiled kit before, I just thought it would be kind of fun to just dive right in. So this is her Apple Orchard kit, and I did pick up the glitch kit version, and so the only thing that I really noticed is that there's a little bit of streakiness in the printing, but the foil looks absolutely beautiful, and it's still a very usable kit. So first page has the full boxes with that glitter, and then some little quarter boxes down below. Then we've got some headers, little appointment labels, half boxes. Then we've got that bottom washi and these glitter headers, which I'll have to try to incorporate, definitely. And then some little icons. Then we have flags, sidebar stickers, some checklists, rescheduled, canceled, some Sticker Guru event stickers, a weekend banner, and then some bigger icons, quarter boxes, and full heart checklists. Then we have little things, washi strips, deco, and then date covers. So a very nice kit. This was the full, I think it's the deluxe kit version, and so it was 6 pages. But I will just get started by putting down kind of my normal date covers, sidebar, and washi at the bottom, flags at the top, and then I will come back and we will just get started with the questions and the planning. Okay, there is everything laid down. While I was at it, I also just put down my wacky holidays from the Paperly Bowtique, so I wouldn't forget. So moving into the plans and the questions, I'll try to mark down some of the boring stuff first, or stuff that I mark down every week, like work, gym, and then I'll try to interject when I do other things in and amongst the questions. So the first question is, how many planners do you have or own? So I have, I have 4 planners, I believe. So I have my traveler's notebook, my horizontal, my hourly, and my vertical. And so moving into the next question, it asks, how many planners do you actually use at one time? And I use them all. I kind of think it's silly to own a planner if you're not going to use it, to some extent. Even though I know it's really fun to have lots of planners to play around with. I also feel like they should kind of be used. Probably the one that I don't need out of all of those, if I had to give one up, would probably be my horizontal, just because it's not really a functional planner. That one's really just playing with stickers, mostly washi and leftovers and stuff, but definitely playing with stickers. So what I use them all for, so my hourly is obviously my pre-planning planner. This is what I plan my week out in. Then I have my TN, which I mostly use for to-dos, just kind of having a jot it all down to-do list, things like taking out the trash, editing videos, folding laundry, etc. Sometimes I don't have as many to-dos to mark as, as what I am or what I have the checklist for. Sometimes I get a little lazy, but I usually just try to fill up the checklist, even if it's minutia, like, you know, getting the mail or something. And so I use that one for to-dos. Then I have my hourly for pre-planning. I have my horizontal is kind of just for fun things. I've been using it kind of as like a me time kind of a planner. I don't know. It's mostly just kind of making up something to put in the planner. And so that's kind of what I've been doing as of late. You know, to some extent, it's just kind of writing down, what am I reading? What am I watching? What am I doing for fun? Or, you know, am I shopping? Or, you know, things like that. Granted, that does not fill up, you know, that does not fill up most weeks. You know, there's always other things to mark as well. And so then I kind of fill it in with other to-dos or things that I did, just to kind of, you know, fill up all of the events. You know, but in theory, it's just kind of a fun planner, you know, me time or whatnot. And then we have my vertical, which is my memory keeper. So, you know, when I get done with the week, you know, obviously plans change. You know, you can't necessarily control other people, or, you know, sometimes I get tired and I don't go to the gym or things like that. And so for my memory keeper, it's just kind of, I don't know, a little bit nicer to look back and see what I actually did, you know, whatnot. So those are my planners and kind of what I use them for. Like I said, the kind of like the bottom planner on the totem pole is my horizontal, but that one I had won in a giveaway, so I don't necessarily feel as bad about it, like just kind of using it for a fun, you know, planner, if that makes sense, just because it was free. I didn't buy it. So that is that. Then the next question, when did you first start using a paper planner? And I've always been a paper planner, ever since, I guess, middle school is probably when it first started, just because, you know, when you're in middle school, that's when you first start having, you know, different plans. You're not just in the one classroom all the time for every single, you know, class. And so for me, that was definitely when I started doing it that way, especially like that's when they even tell you, you know, to buy that planner or whatnot. You know, they have like I don't even know if they have it in every school, but in my school they had like a generic, you know, kind of a middle school planner that you could buy at like orientation or, you know, whatnot. I'm trying to decide if I can get these shoe stickers in here as well, or if it'll take too much room. I think I don't have enough room. So workout is just a very long word, so I'm gonna just skip the shoes. But I've always been using a paper planner. My one friend in college, he is definitely like a Google, what's it called, like a, you know, Google Calendar kind of a person, and he would always try to get me to get his, you know, get something set up for a Google Calendar, and I'm just not really a Google Calendar kind of a person. I don't like getting onto a computer to, you know, see what I'm doing, I guess. I like looking down on the pen and paper. I'm a person that writes down a lot of sticky notes, reminders, and so, you know, kind of the writing down action of that can kind of help me remember. And so I feel like I don't get that as much if I'm typing it, or maybe I do, but I just really don't like having to figure out like Google planners and stuff. So I think I'm gonna put a full box in here first, if I can find it. Oh, right here on the sheet. Yeah, so I've always kind of been a paper planner, and I really love it. And then the next question is, when did you start decorating your planner? And so I got an Erin Condren. It's kind of funny because I bought my first Erin Condren oh gosh, when about a year, I guess. Is it a year? Maybe 6 months. 6 months to a year before I actually started decorative planning, which is kind of dumb because, you know, well, I don't know. I feel like most people it's the other way around. They start decorative planning and then they buy an Erin Condren to use. But no, I was definitely the opposite. I knew about the planning community, and to be perfectly honest, I was like, oh gosh, you know, I can't imagine spending that much money on stickers, and you're just gonna, you know, see it for a week, throw it away, you know, kind of a thing. And but I did really like the Erin Condren planner, and that's why I went with the hourly, because I feel like if you don't plan with stickers, the vertical to me doesn't make any sense for a planner, just because there's no lines to write on. Yeah, and so I like the hourly style, and especially because I was in school, that worked really nicely for me. That being said, I kind of fell down the rabbit hole about or December-ish of 2017. I can't remember why I fell down it. To be perfectly honest, if I just like finally started looking at it, or if I think I was following a couple of planners, but somehow I fell down the rabbit hole, and then I've just never looked back. So that's been very, very nice. So you know, never looking back. The first shop I bought from was JLynnPaperCo, and now like I still shop from her. She's an awesome shop. Some of the other shops that I first bought stickers for, when I first started planning, I don't shop from anymore. You know, just kind of when you first start off, I feel like, you know, money was one of those things that I was nervous about. And so then obviously figuring out kind of cheap options to kind of start, figure out your planner style, and then later on is when I started, you know, just kind of not necessarily shopping for like the 50% off sales, but just shopping because I really love the stickers or the quality, and, you know, kind of looking at other things as well. So granted, I found JLynnPaperCo because when she first started off, she used to do more 50% off sales, but now she, you know, has moved away from that. And so, you know, would I have found her without it? Yes, but that was initially what had like gotten me to buy, if that makes sense. So then the next question is, if you could only use one embellishment in your planner, what would it be? Obviously, I think the best answer is stickers, because I don't really use clips. I use washi, but not really. I always forget to use washi in these spreads, and usually sticker kits come with so many stickers that it really just doesn't matter whether or not I use washi, you know, actual washi. Oh gosh, I lost a little laundry basket. I think that was from a sheet that I actually pulled. So yeah, I think stickers is the obvious one, and you know, I like stickers. They're really fun to plan with. I think most people would agree. So, what is your favorite pen to write with? And right now I've been having a conundrum with pens. I feel like I love my Inkjoy gel pens, but I've had really bad luck recently, or, you know, as of late. I'm trying to decide. I think that it'll be too foily and distracting. You won't be able to read the header, so I'm going to grab some washi to layer this on. And so I really like the way it writes, but I just have been having a lot of trouble lately with pen skipping. And so I kind of shied away from that, and I've been using my Staedtler for a little bit, and I like my Staedtler, but I feel like it's not my favorite, or, you know, I don't know. You can't really like write really smoothly with it. It's, you know, kind of a markery pen, and so, you know, on like papery premium matte or things like that, it is not like a really smooth writing, if that makes sense. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a checklist for cleaning, and I think I'm gonna go with yellow. And I think I can just do it with one check off. So anyways, but I've just been, I don't know, I want a pen that writes really smoothly, that doesn't take a ton of time to dry, that, you know, doesn't skip. And I don't know if I've exactly found the perfect pen, but, you know, I will find my pen piece eventually. And that's from the Paperly Bowtique. And so then my grandparents are gonna arrive, so I'm gonna grab that same sheet of cars that I put somewhere. Oh, right here. And this shop is no longer open, but I know a lot of other shops have this kind of clip art cars. And I want to mark down that they arrive, and so I think I'm gonna grab something. I kind of want to grab like a flag, but I don't really want that one. But I need to find my washi sheet, and I might just make a little flag out of this one. Well, but then it's that same tan. Nah, I will just stick it in there. And it'll just be a little bit white spacey. But I'll mark down that they are gonna arrive. I'm super excited for them to come and visit me. It's gonna be a long drive for them though, and so hopefully they fare well with it. And then I want to take them to the supper club for dinner that night. I know that they'll totally enjoy and appreciate the supper club, and so trying to decide where I want to put my fill box, because it's kind of been like very structured. But obviously like the pattern can't continue because I already have stuff down there. So I kind of think I wanted to put it like right under them arriving, and then put the supper club at the bottom of the night, because I think that makes sense. I'm sure we are going to play some cribbage, and so if I have room, I'll pull out my cribbage stickers from 472 in Maine. My grandparents are like big cribbage people, and so I love getting to play with them because I never get to play otherwise. And then I'm gonna pull in a meal sticker from EbeeGbee just to mark down the supper club. And then on to Saturday. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. If we're gonna drive around this day or drive around this day. I might pull in just another one of these little and mark it the same way. Let's do this wood box, just because, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what we're doing that day. If we're gonna drive around and I'll show them my work and stuff, or if I'll have already done it. But I might just leave it blank and then write it in later. And then if we drive around this day, then I can just use that and say like that my grandparents are here, or family time, or what have you. Oh, I could totally move this up. Okay, that looks a lot better spacing wise. And then I don't know what we're doing throughout the day, so I'm going to put a full box here, and I'm going to do the little coffee cup one, or hot chocolate. It actually looks really delicious. I don't know what it is. And then that night, there's a big football game, and I'm not a big football person, but my grandparents live in Iowa. Most of my family lives in Wisconsin. My parents went to the University of Iowa. My sister didn't go to the University of Wisconsin, but when you're from that area, or I don't know, Wisconsin in general, I guess, because there's only really the University of Wisconsin. There's not a lot of other like rival schools, just a lot of private schools and stuff. Then you kind of end up cheering for Wisconsin if you just live in Wisconsin, I guess. Like, I already feel like I need to be cheering for Wisconsin, and I did not go to school here, but my football team really was not good, so that probably also plays into it. But they have the Iowa versus Wisconsin football game this day. I think it's the like season opener for like the conference, or you know, like they're playing teams actually in their league or whatever conference. And so Iowa's probably going to lose. They lose a lot, but I figure we'll probably end up watching it just because that'll be kind of a fun game. And it's always a fun game for my family to watch. And my grandparents, it's kind of funny, they used to go to the games because a lot of times my family has season passes to the Wisconsin games. And so sometimes, you know, my grandparents will go, you know, either when it's in Wisconsin, or sometimes I think they've gone to the ones when it's been in Iowa City. And they'll come and they'll bring a Wisconsin hat and an Iowa hat, and then like switch it off based off of who's winning, because they like both teams. Okay, so then moving on to Sunday. Sunday is when fall begins, which I just think would be fun to mark, and I think I was going to use some cute little deco to mark this down, and I'll just write that in, that fall begins. And then going to church with my grandparents. My grandma asked, she's like, do you have a church you go to? I'm like, yes, Grandma. I'm like, I do, but even if I didn't, we would find you one. So my grandparents go to church pretty much every day. I would say daily is how often they go, except for when they travel, then they, you know, don't, obviously, but they've gone to church, you know, even when they're traveling, they always go to church on Sundays. And so they've been to churches like all over the world, and that's kind of fun, like a fun thing to have under your belt. So church, and then I think we're going to go out for brunch, and then they are going to say toodaloo to me, and drive home, just because they do have a long drive, and I don't really blame them. So, although I kind of was, surprised they weren't staying until Monday, because, you know, Monday I work, but I don't work until the afternoon, and so, you know, like, we could have had a whole extra day. But I think they wanted to get home and whatnot, because they have, like a volunteering project or something. I like these from the sticker party, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to use like a loaf of bread to mark brunch, so I think I'm just going to use the egg, even though it's not quite the same. Figure it's probably close enough. Do I have something else I can use? Like, and like the bagel, I don't know, maybe it looks like a bagel, but I feel like there are other things that look more like bagels. Maybe that's mean. No, it looks like a bagel. I just don't know if we're probably not gonna eat bagels at brunch. But those were from the sticker party. And then they're gonna leave, so I'm just gonna use another little, like, little thing to mark down that they are leaving. And then it actually kind of left me with, you know, a good portion of the day free because they have a long drive and I know they're going to want to leave so that they can get home before it gets dark and stuff. So I'm going to go to the gym and plan, but I might do something else in this afternoon section. I'm not really sure. So we'll put in our last full box, and then I have just a little bit of room in case I go somewhere else. Like there's a wine festival going on, and I don't really know where it is, but maybe I'll like stop by that or something. So okay, here is where we're looking at so far for the week. Let me show you what I've got left at this point in time. I've got the one little label, then we've got some little things, washi, and some deco, which the deco I'll probably try to throw in throughout the week. Then we have all of these little headers left, just because I don't really use headers a ton. One little thing, or appointment label. Then we have some checklists, weekend banner, some icons, hydrate sidebar sticker, canceled stickers. Then we have, oh, I didn't use these quarter boxes yet, so some more quarter boxes, some full heart checklists. Then we have a ton of these left, which I don't know that I'll be able to pull in a ton. I really want to though, so we'll see. And that is where we're at right now. So I'll stop back in at the end of the week and show you how all of this is turning out. Hey everyone, so here is how my week turned out. I loved all of the foil this week. It was just really pretty. I think my favorite part were these boxes with the work stickers and then these boxes with the bows. I think those were really pretty. So, oh, and then I had an edit. So I was like thinking back over my video and my questions that I had answered at the beginning, and I didn't start planning in December 2017. I started planning in 2016, December 2016. I don't know how I got that confused, but maybe because 2017 was like my first full year of doing decorative planning. But yeah, so anyways, I was just thinking about that, and I'm like, I've been doing this for over a year, closer to 2. So that was my one little edit, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will just catch you in the next one. Bye now.